Welcome back, golfers. Today we're going to talk about 5 parts of our body that we can train using alignment sticks, just not for alignment today. So alignment sticks are a great tool for us to use. And yes, we definitely want to use them for alignment and practicing at the range to train our eyes, to get us going in the direction we want to go. But there's so many other uses we can use for these. We use it, to train our swing. So today I'm going to show you some of those drills that I like to use with my students and myself to get you to work on the areas of your body that might need some help in your swing. Golfers, if you have issues taking that club too far inside on that backswing, so the first drill we're going to do is a path drill. And what you're going to do is just take an alignment stick, set up to it as if you're going to hit it. It's about 2 feet behind the golf ball. Set up to it like you're going to hit it, and then just shove it into the ground. The other alignment stick will go on that path, and then your ball will sit about 2.5 feet in front of that stick, just so your hands aren't going to hit it on the downswing. So once we get our alignment stick in the ground, what that's going to prevent, we don't want to get that club to work inside. We don't want to be hitting it on the backswing. We want to make sure that club's working back along our path and up so that we can work back down our path on the way down. So let me demonstrate. So the second drill I'm going to give you guys with the alignment stick is you're just going to take the alignment stick and you're going to put the alignment stick into the bottom of your grip, just like that. And you can practice this doing chipping, you can practice this on your golf swing. What we're going to do is put it up our lead side. It's going to go up right on our hip line, and this will help our takeaway, keeping that alignment stick connected. Another thing we can practice is watching the club lag towards our golf ball from the top. So our path there, that alignment stick goes towards the ball, so you almost feel like you're sticking that alignment stick into the ground towards it. You're going to be able to see the direction where that club's going. So if you're out in front, it's going to go behind us. It's right there, it's right in front of us. If it's stuck in front of you, it's out in front of you. So there's a lot of ways we can practice with that alignment stick just as an aid for visuals. And then from going through the golf ball, it'll help with our keeping their hands onto our left side and our rotation. So with this, you can't really take a full swing. We're just kind of looking at half swings, but it allows us to keep moving through the golf ball and keeping our hands feeling like they don't early release. So you can't even do that position because it'll whack you in the side. So we're going to come in. It's going to be on our left. Club's going to be on our left side. Hands are going to lead, and then we're just going to get to the finish position. So I'm going to just do that one really quick just so you can see it. So grips in our hands. Goes up our left side. So the third drill we're going to do with the alignment stick is to help our hips from moving around too much. So we're going to put, starting at our trail toe, we're going to first do our trail side. We're going to put that alignment stick at a slight angle, and we're going to push it into the ground so it goes up onto our hip, right there. So if we move back, we're going to feel that bump of that alignment stick coming through. Now we can also take that alignment stick and do the same thing on our lead side. So if you are someone who pushes and slides with that hip coming through, so we can do the same thing on the lead side. And the lead side is going to be more vertical. So we're going to take the alignment stick right on our front toe, put it back on a slight angle. So we don't want it straight up because that'll infringe on our swing path. So we're going to put it back so it's going towards our hip. And then shove it into the ground so it's straight up and down. So you have a little bit of room to move around. And we're just looking to turn into that stick. We don't want to bump it. And we just turn into it. So if I came in and I slid, I'm going to feel that. So what we want to do is make sure we just turn inside, doesn't impede our swing, and then just get to our finish. or straight up and down on our lead side. So maybe your problem's not you have a slide back or a slide forward. Maybe you have what we call early extensions and your hip moves forward and you have trouble keeping your hips back. So you can also use these alignment sticks. I would use 2 of them so you get, both sides of your butt. And we're gonna put them into the ground, straight vertically up, and give them about 6 inches of room between each of them. So there you go, vertical up. Now when you get in your setup, you're just gonna put a nice light touch on those sticks. Move that ball where it needs to go. Get in your ready position, and then just try to maintain a touch on those sticks the whole time. If you lose the touch, it's telling you you're early extending. If you're pressing into them a little bit, that's okay. We just don't want to come off of them. So if you struggle with center contact on that face, where you feel a lot of weight shifting from toe to heel in your golf swing, this is a simple one to use with the alignment stick. And what we're going to do is just get set up to a golf ball to get your spacing right. It should be right there. Find the center of your arches. So center your arches right there. And we're just going to put the alignment stick down so we're right in the center of our arches. And now, if you've seen the digital pressure boards, this kind of simulates what that feeling is. So if you're standing right in the middle of your arches and you're feeling your balance point there, if you move your weight towards your toes, you should feel it. If you move towards the heels, you're going to feel it, the difference in the pressure while you're onto that stick. So when you're on the stick, I want to see your weight moving straight back and forth on that alignment stick. I don't want to move it towards the toes. I don't want to move it towards the heels. If you're doing that, it's moving, it's moving your body positions from which will bring your toe and your heel into the impact zone. So when we're swinging, we want to keep it right in the middle. Get in your setup position right there. And main thing to when you're standing on the stick, don't get stuck not moving the feet. I want to make sure those feet are still moving and driving through that golf shot. You're just using the alignment stick under your arches just to feel the difference between if you went to your heels or went to your toes. I want to keep that weight right center. So get set up. You're in your arches, and we're just going to keep the feeling right on there. Back and through. Let that front foot, that lead foot, be a good indicator of your finish position. So if you're up on your toe, you're going to feel it in that front toe box. You're going to come off, your pressure is going to come off that stick. We want to make sure it's moving back to the outside of that foot as we're driving through, and that's going to make our center of contact much better. So my final drill is for golfers whose heads tend to move around a lot and you don't feel it in your swing. So this gives you a visual representation of your head moving. So what you do is you put a alignment stick down into the ground, real low to the ground, maybe 8-9 inches above the golf ball. Make sure it's not sticking out too much over the golf ball. We're just looking to see the tip of the golf ball through our eyes onto the actual golf ball. So if you're standing here and your head moves laterally either way, you're going to visually see that alignment stick shift from right to left of the golf ball. So when you set up, that alignment stick's right in the center of that stick. You get set up, and then just go ahead and swing. And if you move your head off like I just did there, I can visually see the whole ball, whereas here I'm seeing the stick going through the ball. Golfers, try out these 5 different methods to using an alignment stick, other than just using it for alignment. Alignment's great. We got to use it all the time for that. But if you have issues with sway, early extension, your head's moving around, you flip the club, or any other type of move that we kind of explained today, use the alignment sticks for helping train those patterns out of your golf swing. It'll make it easier. It will give you something to reference while you're swinging, and you'll get better quicker. So if you got anything out of this video, hit that subscribe button down below. And remember, if your feet aren't working, your swing's not working. I'll catch you guys next time.